excuse any awkwardness. This is my first pregnancy video and vlog, and I'm not used to it. And I procrastinated greatly, as you can tell. I am 25 weeks today, and I just wanted to do a pregnancy video finally, and just document the pregnancy and just have a go at it. So, I'm sorry if I'm like really awkward and silly. So I got a little note here to try and keep me on track. So I'll start it out with how we found out we were pregnant. I think it's kind of funny. So I had started this medicine for anti-anxiety and anti-depression, and I thought the symptoms I was experiencing were because of the medicine I was on. I was having really bad nausea, which I never get nausea, ever. I just don't. But I thought, oh, it's got to be the medicine, right? And so I go to the doctor because I have really bad nausea, and I'm 100% I'm not pregnant. So they even gave me a medicine to help me with the nausea while I was getting used to this medicine, and the nausea did not go away. And then I just had a feeling, so I was going to wait until like the month had come and gone for sure, so that way I wouldn't be having to get a negative, but maybe it's positive, and just like messing up with myself. But I took a test a week before I even would have been missing my period, and it came out super strongly positive, which we were pretty shocked about, but happy about. And like the test line was so positive, it was stronger than the control line. And so for a while we thought we were having twins because of that, and because my symptoms were so different. But it turns out it's because we're having a girl. We have 2 boys, and this girl pregnancy was different for me. And so yeah, it was a little bit like confusing because of the medicine I was on. I thought that I was having side effects of medicine, but I was actually pregnant, and I still am on that, and it has helped me a lot with anxiety and depression. I don't feel constantly anxious like I used to, and I don't feel constantly depressed like I used to. But there was like an adjustment period where I felt really like meh. And I even, for a couple of days after I started that medicine, literally sounded really monotone. It was weird, but I'm glad I'm on it. And then how the pregnancy has been so far. So like I said, I had a lot of nausea. I don't really have nausea anymore, but I even get nauseous being in the car. I got nauseous really easy. I was really fatigued in the first trimester, which is pretty normal for a lot of people. The fatigue has gone away for the most part, but I can get tired easily, but that's again normal. I've only thrown up one time, despite all the nausea, and it wasn't necessarily the nausea, it was just because I ate too much. I guess this baby, I've never also thrown up from eating too much, ever. Like, it's made my stomach hurt, but I've never thrown up from eating too much. But this baby does not like it when I eat too much, and I ate too much apparently, and it made me throw up. So I have to be really careful about not eating a lot at one time, which has been weird getting used to, because I used to eat like once a day. Now I have to eat multiple times a day, but like smaller. I know a lot of people like to talk about weird cravings, and Eric gave me a lot of poop for my craving. I thought was totally normal because it tasted good to me. It was cottage cheese with dried cranberries, fresh pineapple, and chocolate chips. It was delicious. I haven't really wanted it since then. It was in the first trimester, but it was so good to me. Like, all the different flavors was so good and satisfying. And I was convinced it was delicious. I had him try a bite, and he really didn't want to. And he's like, yeah, I'm not liking this. This isn't normal. I was like, okay. And then my other one that you could consider weird is sardines and rice with salsa. That is the only thing that makes it weird is the salsa, because I like rice and sardines on the regular anyway. It's like the only protein I can manage to eat, because this baby doesn't like anything that I liked before I got pregnant with her. Like, I can't have bacon. All that meat stuff makes me feel nauseous and sick. I hate the way it smells. I don't even want to look at it. But I can eat sardines, even though they have their strong smell too. Like, I don't like the way they smell, but they taste good. So, and then some more symptoms is like I get acid reflux too if I eat too much, or if I like bend over right after eating, literally like start to come up. So I have to be really careful about eating. I felt first movements at 14 weeks, which they thought was interesting because I apparently have, I think it's called anterior placenta, which is where your placenta is in the front. And so usually with that, it makes it harder to feel movements, but I was still able to feel hers, just like in different spots. And now that she's bigger, I do notice a difference with the placenta being in the front. When she kicks and moves in the front, I can feel her on the inside, but I don't feel it like how you would feel it against your skin necessarily, because there's like that placenta in the way. But apparently it's fine. I think that's why I'm more protective of my stomach, because the placenta's in the front. I didn't really start showing, like, looking pregnant until after 18 weeks, I think, because I was relatively compact, so it just made me look fat and bloated for a really long time. And I'll get up and show my belly at the end of the video. I've gained 30 pounds so far, which I'm like super not proud of, but Eric tries to make me feel better and say that we're in a pandemic. Who can say they went through a pandemic? So I don't know. But also I started the pregnancy off 20 pounds heavier than I wanted to be, so I extra feel bad about the weight gain. But I'm just glad that that's the only problem, you know. Like, it could be a lot worse. And I did order a yoga ball to sit on and hopefully try and work with on YouTube videos and encourage me to be more active. Along with the weight gain, I had varicose veins in my left leg, so that's why I got these super attractive tights on that they go over my belly, and I can't like get up if I'm not wearing them because my veins will swell too much and it's super uncomfortable. So I have to wear these tights all the time now. And then this doesn't happen for a lot of people, or I guess until multiple pregnancies, but I started leaking colostrum already at 16 weeks, which I didn't at all with my first son. I kind of did with my second towards the end, and now with this baby, it was like really early. It's annoying because sometimes I have to change my shirt when I get up because it'll leak on my shirts, and it looks like how when you're breastfeeding your boobs leak. Just a little bit left here. So, like Braxton Hicks 2, a lot of people don't get those until way later. They don't notice them, but I was able to notice them at 14 weeks. And I mean, it's not really a problem, I just notice it. The last two things I'll say is our due date is in October. It's October 14th to be exact. And we are planning on having another home birth. We had our first son at home and our second son at Eric's grandma's house, which he'll probably be the only person born there because she lives at a retirement home. So it's kind of like morbid, funny, sweet at the same time. It was cool. And we're planning on having another home birth as long as everything goes good. And that's our pregnancy update. I know it was a lot, but I procrastinated to 25 weeks, so just trying to go over stuff. Feel free to leave a comment if you have anything to comment.
Show us the belly.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is pregnancy brain. Okay. So I'm wearing my tights, so it kind of like makes it look more cute round because it like squishes it. And I feel like I look rounder because of my weight. But my belly goes up to about here. It's a little bit under my ribs. But yeah, it looks pregnant belly now. I don't look annoyingly bloated like that. And my boobs did get way bigger with the baby. And it'll probably only get worse when the milk comes in. But we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Bye.